Welcome to UR Linked, a searchable database that will allow undergraduate researchers to connect with faculty mentors at UMKC. UR Linked is modeled after a database at the University of Texas, Austin, where it's been a critical component in building a more robust undergraduate research culture there. This short video is intended for faculty and explains how to set up a profile, as well as how to enter information about particular projects you might be working on. We'll get started by clicking on the right side of the screen on the Faculty Admin Logon. I've already logged in, but you'll need to enter your single sign-on and your password to get into this faculty page. Once here, you'll see over on the left-hand side of the screen that there's a place to enter your profile. When you click there, you'll find that you have a number of fields that you can begin to enter. I've already started entering mine, so I actually need to click on this pencil so that I can begin editing it. As you begin filling in these fields, you want to keep in mind that your audience is primarily undergraduate researchers. Think about the way that you describe your work in the classroom and what will make sense to people who are just beginning their careers as researchers, scholars, and artists. Once you've entered your research description, you can also identify your department and program affiliations, and then you'll need to enter some tags or keywords. These words are essential to helping the database do a good job of matching undergraduate research interests with your work. You can also enter regions or nations of interest where your work might be centered. And once you're finished, you can hit yes and to make your view public. You can then save your profile and you're officially entered in the database. You can also include information for undergraduates about more specific projects you're working on. Again, over here on the left-hand menu, you'll see that there's a button called My Projects. And if you click there, you'll open up a new screen. If you want to enter a new project, you click on this plus button next to your projects. I've already started entering a project, Dolls for Democracy, so I'm going to click on that, and I can edit this particular project by clicking on the pencil here. Now I'm in the editing screen. I can enter the title, my contact information, a description that is again targeted for undergraduates and uses common everyday language. I can enter the location of the project, qualifications that undergraduate researchers would need in order to work with me, the project timeline, logistics and compensation, including whether students could take independent study hours or if you have external funding, if there might be financial compensation for working on the project for undergraduates. Undergraduates will want to know what specific duties they might be doing in relationship to the project they might join you on. And then again, the all-important project-related tags or keywords. Again, these words are essential for the database to match you effectively and efficiently with undergraduate researchers who share your interests. When you've finished editing or entering your project, you'll want to click Yes and hit Update, and now your project's been saved and entered in the database. Let's go out now and see what this looks like from a student perspective. When students go to the UMKC Undergraduate Research webpage, they can click on a button that'll take them directly to this page for UR Linked. You'll notice here that if we enter, this main search box is where students will enter their research interests. I'm going to type rhetoric, and when they search, both the Dolls for Democracy project that I entered will come up, as well as my faculty profile that they could read. I'm going to click on the Dolls for Democracy project, and you can see that all the fields I entered are now available for the students to make a determination about whether this would be a good project for them to get involved in as well. Down at the bottom of the screen on the particular project, we direct students to take some specific steps before they would then contact you about your research and about a possible role that they might undertake. If students click on this Essential Steps in Contacting a Potential Faculty Member, a PDF will open with advice for the student, both etiquette advice about how to frame an email query to you, as well as advice about doing a little homework in terms of looking up your faculty vita, finding some of the publications you've already put out into the world, and getting to know a little bit more about you so that when they do contact you, they're well informed. We think that'll help cut down on lots of unnecessary and inappropriate queries from students. All right, I think that's about it for UR Linked, the Undergraduate Research Database. Thanks so much for taking time to watch this short video. If you have any questions or suggestions, please don't hesitate to contact Jane Greer, UMKC's Director of Undergraduate Research. Thanks so much.